Hello everyone, Coach Carol here with you with a quick tip on how you can make more use of the Chat GPT Omni version. I want to show you how and why I'm using it. I'm currently in my blog for one of my ancestors' lines, my Diddums family. I have a story here about the heirs of the Cordwainer, the Diddums tale. So I want to add a little bit of historic influence or information into that story. So over here on ChatGPT, I've asked it to come up with a number of tips. And this is tip 1 that I'm bringing you today. And because it's the season of autumn here in Australia, I'm focusing on things that relate to autumn. So I've got this little bit of text that I want to put in place for the story. So I'm just copying that much and bringing it over to my blog post, clicking into it, and then editing it. If you've not yet tried weare.xyz, I really do advocate that you have a look at it. It's a great place for not only keeping your family history archives, but for creating your blog posts, your digital stories. So what I want to do here is just add a block of text only to allow me to paste that information in from ChatGPT, like so. You've got some tools here where you can format it the way you want it. And it will give you access to fixing up your spelling and your punctuation marks, etc. So I think I've got all that settled. Okay, so there we have it. There's a little bit of text that I've added to a story simply by asking for some information from ChatGPT. I need to publish that now. And whilst that's happening, I'm going to go back into ChatGPT and have a look at the thread of this set of responses. And I'll show you how I created or asked it to create something that was relevant to my ancestors. I actually uploaded a document, a PDF, which was a copy of that blog post with all the information about the Diddums in it. So that added to the knowledge base of ChatGPT 4.0. And then my prompt was, for each of the tip in the list above, create an autumnal story for my blog posts about my ancestors living in the UK in the 1800s and 1900s. And we'll begin with a story about this family group and see attachment to reflect on the autumn symbolism. So going back behind that now, just scrolling up here, this was what got that whole set of tips started. The prompt was, give me a set of 10 tips for kickstarting ancestral storytelling in autumn, and I'll provide an example story link. So it's come back with these 10 tips, including this one about reflecting on autumn symbolism. So that's how I began this whole thread. And it's now going to give me a tip for each of the above. So that was tip 1, and then there's tip 2 and tip 3, etc. for that particular story. So it's quite easy to add a document into, just move things around here on the desktop, into the conversation bar. Just click on the paperclip, and then from your either your Google Drive or uploading direct from the computer, you can add in a document. I'll just add in one that I did earlier. And this is just a PDF. And then you can go ahead and ask for whatever it is that you want. So I'll just put in my brief request. But just something simple about summarizing it and reflecting on its content. Rather a long response, but it's given me quite a bit of information about that document, about the Diddums family of Barton Stacey. So have a go for yourself. What you want to do is go over to GPT-4. You'll need a subscription for it, or you may have 4.0 on its own without the subscription. But I find that having the subscription gives you much faster and deeper responses. And so I would then start a new chat like so, and then upload a document or just directly ask for ChatGPT 4.0 to give you a story. That was tip number 1 from the current list of tips that I've asked ChatGPT 4.0 to help me with for the month of May in autumn in Australia. I'll be back with more later.